Hey friends, it's Grace Redman, and I want to chat with you today about the hustle and grind. And listen, I am someone who took total pride in the hustle and grind, and I wore it like a badge of honor for decades. And I am also going to admit that recently I fell back into the hustle and grind, and you know what happened? Exactly what happened every other time that I was in the hustle and grind. I crashed. And so I'm here to share with you that the hustle and grind is not sustainable. I love the hustle and grind. Um, the energy, like the passion to kind of get into something and get focused and committed to it. But what I've learned in my experience is the hustle and grind energy that I had was based in fear. As I've been doing this work and really diving deep, I realized that I was hustling and grinding because I didn't feel good enough. I was hustling and grinding because I was afraid if I didn't hustle and grind, my business would fail. I was hustling and grinding because if I wasn't hustling and grinding, I wouldn't make, the income that I was used to making. And I'm here to tell you that these are all myths, and it's time for us to bust those myths. Now, yes, we need to take massive action, be committed and consistent to that action to create massive success. And we need to rest, play, reset, have time for ourselves, have time for the people in our lives. That's what creates sustainable success, not constantly having our nose to the grindstone. Now, are there going to be moments in time where you are going to have your nose to the grindstone, where you are going to be hustling and grinding? Yes. However, make sure that's just for a short period of time, because if you're not infusing the hustle and grind or integrating with the hustle and grind, the rest, the reset, the play, the prayer, the meditation, you're going to crash and fail. And what I've learned the freaking hard way is it takes time when you crash and burn. It takes time to reset, to rejuvenate. It takes time. So would you rather take the time while you're kind of in that hustle and grind mode to, okay, like, yes, I'm going to hustle and grind, these 2 days. Then this day, I'm going to step back and rest and connect, be with my loved ones. We really need to redefine success, because you're still going to be successful, because it's not about doing it 24/7. Again, it's not sustainable. It's about intention, taking the action, being committed and consistent with the action. That's what creates a success. So I want to go back to what I mentioned. I've learned that the energy behind the hustle and grind for me was fear, right? And so what I'm here to invite you to do is, let's shift the energy. What if the energy, instead of coming from a place of fear, you came from a place of faith? Faith in your ability, faith in yourself, faith in a higher power. Like, you're going to succeed. It's going to happen. How does that energy feel? Like, even me just saying that and expressing that, it feels so much better. And any of you watching, I know that you are not that person that's going to binge watch Netflix every weekend. If you're watching me, it's because you're already a hustler and a grinder, and you're probably feeling exhausted and you're afraid to take your foot off the pedal and slow down the pace because you feel like everything's going to crumble around you. It's not. It's not going to crumble. So let's come from a different energy space. Instead of coming from the place of fear when it comes to the hustle and grind, because really, dig deep. If you really are honest with yourself and you dig deep, you're going to find that there's fear under that hustle and grind. However, why don't we just kind of fall into the flow energy, the faith energy, having faith and knowing that everything's going to work out? What does that energy feel like for you? So talk to me. What does hustle and grind mean to you? Are you ready to redefine it? Because I am here to tell you it's not sustainable. We can still create massive success while integrating rest, play, fun, prayer, meditation, being out in nature to our hustle and grind, because that I promise you, will create more success. I'm telling you, I've experimented with this. I've experimented with it over the last few years. And there was a year that I was at the restaurant having dirty martinis at lunchtime and wasn't really focusing on business. And guess what? The business flowed just fine. The moment I went back to the hustle and grind, guess what happened? I burnt out, I crashed, then I needed a few months to recover. That few months took me off my game. So, are you ready to redefine the hustle and grind? I am. Talk to me. Tell me what your thoughts are. Love you.